Killer Cam is neck and neck with 50 Cent right now for the pettiest person alive, G. He's so wild, G. First of all, how does a street rapper turn successful podcaster, former drug dealer, get into a beef with Omar Gooding, G? He of Wild and Crazy Kids. He of...
What's Wild and Crazy Kids?
A Nickelodeon show used to come on back in the day.
Oh, okay.
He of that. He of Baby Boy. What it is, Jody Joe?
What it is, Jody?
What? Some little niggas.
You know what? He was horrible for that role.
Oh, he was awful. He was awful.
Horrible. Like, it's nothing about his look that says that to me.
No, it was nothing gangster about it. But my favorite line of the movie was when they was in the backyard fixing them little shorties' bikes. And they sent the shorties away because he had to talk about something real. And he's just telling Joey, like, man, I got to get my stuff together, man. I don't want to get to heaven. And God be like, turn your ass around, nigga. Funniest line of the movie, Joe. I said, what? What the hell?
Oh, gosh. I'm going to use that one. I forget about that.
I said, this man is crazy. I always use unstable creature. He said that in that line, too. I got that from him on that movie, too.
I ain't going to call them bitches. I'm going to call them.
Right, I ain't going to say that B word. I'm going to say unstable creatures. I say that a lot. But anyway, him and Cam got into a few. Apparently, Cam said it started merely because Cam mistakenly called him Omar Gooding Jr. He is Cuba Gooding Jr.'s brother. Cuba's the junior, not Omar. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason, Omar took extreme offense to this. Started making diss records about Cam.
I want to hear the diss records, though. Because Cam said it was good records.
I heard one and it was decent.
Really?
I swear.
I want to hear it.
I heard one that was decent. He ended up making like 3 or 4 of them joints, apparently. Mm-hmm. Cam himself said they was decent tracks. But Cam on the comeback is crazy. Cam did do a freestyle, put his name in it. But that wasn't enough for Cam. That was not enough for Cam. Cam, apparently, not even apparently, we saw the video. Cam booked this dude for a film for like $3,500, either 35 or 75. He kept saying both of them numbers.
7,500.
7,500. He booked him to do a film. Flew him to Miami. They get him in the studio where they shooting this film at, and it's all Cam people. That's the producers, directors, all that. And they got this man doing push-ups. He mic'd up with his shirt out, looking bad bodied as ever.
I respect the fact that he made money off of it, though.
I mean, he did make $7,500.
He made $7,500. I don't mind getting talked about for $7,500.
Cam said his new thing is book
my
ops
because they broke. You niggas is broke, right? It's funny.
No, it's hilarious.
But it's very telling about where we are too, right? Like I'm gonna pay you, and because I'm only paying you such and such amount of dollars, it makes you look like a clown.
Right.
Let's do the math. He said I booked you. I bought you a flight to Miami.
Yeah.
So you get whoever you went. You went to Miami, right? Make $7,500 for pretending to be not even pretending, because that's what you do. You're acting, right? So and I don't know what the script is. I don't know how far I went, because I'm sure it's Cam.
Cam said outrageous. That in the film they're speaking Spanish. Omar Gooding doesn't speak Spanish, so he says the whole time in the movie they're speaking Spanish to talk about Omar Gooding while he's in the scene. Like, come on.
But the reason this got laid is because that's the diss, right? You broke.
Yeah.
Right? I know the data.
Right.
The data says a dual income earning black household don't bust 50,000.
Right.
Right? So he gave him $7,500 for what, 2 weeks, as he said?
Whatever.
That's more than your 50. So you can laugh all you want, black folk.
Hey, it's hilarious.
It's hilarious.
I just want to know how he's going to respond.
He's not.
How would you respond?
You don't.
You just gonna say, you can't say anything. You have to leave it completely alone.
He shouldn't have said that in the first place, because that's the, even though we laughing at Cam and calling him the most petty. But Omar's whole response was petty.
Yeah.
The man called you Junior by accident. He wasn't shitting on. He said it in such passing it didn't even matter.
Yeah.
Right, he knew your name. He just confused the Junior.
Right, he just put a Junior because your brother, but the more famous, got the Junior.
Right, you jumped out the window because you are hungering, or you hunger for that attention.
Yeah.
Right now, again, maybe you're trying to be a rapper. I don't know. Right, and Cam said the raps were decent. Even in that vein, Cam didn't diss him.
Cam ain't dissed you yet.
He ain't dissed you yet.
But he is playing with you.
He's playing with you. Because you played with him.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, it's so petty though, G. That's 50 Cent level petty stuff right there, Joe. Who was it that 50 was beefing with?
It's high school, man.
And he bought all the tickets to their concert.
Ja Rule.
Was it Ja?
Yeah, he bought the first 10 rows or something.
And so nobody would be there.
Yeah. But again, Ja Rule made money. Whether they there or not, I made money.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
That's
you
funny.
You bought
though,
the seats. I don't care if nobody comes. The seats is paid for.
That's funny though, G. Then he said he gonna book him for his goddaughter birthday party to do this song.
I'd come to that though. If I'm him, I'm coming.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
If I'm Omar Gooding Jr., I'm definitely gonna be there, and I would do every song.
So if that booking come through,
and you got to pay me double what you pay me for the movie. Just make it a thing. Cam is gonna make money off of it too, because he's gonna post it and it's gonna
Cam
go.
Is all just the fact that he put it out on Instagram right now. Cam has already made the $7,500 back. He
made the money back
just because.
Let's get some money together, Cam.
His next It Is What It Is gonna do more views just because.
Just because. I didn't get that inbox from like 10 people already. So let's get some money together, man. That's gonna be the only way black people will be able to make money in about the next 2 years. So.
2 years might be.
It might be aggressive to say 2 years.
Might be aggressive to say 2 years, man. Because what's going on with the government, with the president out in D.C. and about to spread across the country is insane. What's happening, good people? Welcome to this edition of Herb and Two, alongside Tucson. My name is Herb Howard. This is where we get together and talk about issues currently impacting the black community. We talk about how they impact us individually and how they impact us collectively, and along with your help, we talk through these things in hopes of finding the optimum solutions for how we can overcome said issues. Again, this is intellectual thuggery at its absolute finest. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with at least one person that you think will add value to this conversation, or at least find some value in it. My name is Herb. His name is Two. What's happening, good brother?
What's up, family? I'm still depressed.
Yeah. Not feeling very blessed and highly favored?
Not blessed and highly favored yet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
My daughter starts school tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this is going to be the first time ever in her life.
And you wasn't there for her first day of school?
I wasn't there for her first day of school. I don't fuck with that.
I'm praying for you, brother.
Know what I mean? But it's going to be all right. Yeah,
it's going to be all right for sure. Somebody hit me up. They want you on the radio, too. I forgot to tell you that earlier. Mm-hmm. Let's get into it, man. 45/47 is bugging.
Yeah, man. So, few things though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, 43rd and Cottage Grove,
mm-hmm.
there was a mass shooting of about, I think it was 6 people.
I think it ended up being like 5, and a couple of them were like elders, like 74, 73.
It's a nursing home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the crazy thing about it is, I go shop at the store down the street where we took the pictures.
Right
there. It was right there at the corner. So I was there at that time.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I mean, like I was there at that time, and I was having the thought in the moment. I didn't know what had really taken place because it's like a block away.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But it's close enough that you could hear the shots. If the smallest caliber bullet, 22 caliber bullet, could travel a mile. So if I was in the open air, anything could happen. But I was just having this thought, man, like, because when it happened, I'm at the store. I'm coming out the store. Ain't nobody.
Right.
Move no different.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I just had a thought in the moment, like, damn, does this culture create warriors, or does this culture create cowards? Are we not doing nothing because we just don't, we're immune to it at this point?
Yeah.
Or is it that fear paralyzes you and you just keep doing your shit? You understand? Like, you get what I'm saying?
No, I do. I think there's some combination of it. I think you do start to normalize it, and that's the tragedy to me. Like, to normalize such unacceptable behavior in your everyday life and your living conditions. Like, oh, it's whatever. It's 12:30 and they, shooting on the corner or whatever. It was a little late in the afternoon, but like, fucking came in my backyard, stole my car at 12:30 in the afternoon. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's and you start to normalize stuff like that shouldn't be normalized. It should raise hell when stuff like that happens. Like, nah, this is unacceptable. But you grew up in it for so long, and unfortunately, I don't know if accept is the right word, or numb to it, or whatever. It don't impact you the same way as it should.
And there's
and also the fear component.
Yeah, that's true. And I just had that thought in the moment, right? But there's this duality that's happening at the same time, right? Because yesterday, Trump brought the National Guard to DC, right? And right there's these undertones and these underlying messages of how you can call a black person a nigger without calling them a nigger, right? And he did a press conference and he was talking about, the homelessness and the dirtiness and the dangerousness of DC. But if you do the data, just like all the other, not all the other, but the vast majority of black populated cities, violence is way down, right? But you can create a dog whistle with a narrative, and you create this imagery around. Think about the context of the word ghetto, right? Ghetto intrinsically, matter of fact, the invention of the word ghetto came through the implicit understanding of Jewish culture, right? That's where the word comes from. But today, ghetto is leveraged as a term to leverage blackness without saying blackness.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So when you start talking about crime and punishment in the realm of politics, what you're really saying is, hey, let's deal with these black folk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, by him bringing the National Guard to D.C., it's this kind of dog whistle that's being leveraged, right? And on the same day that this happens, Chicago, which is arch nemesis,
mass shooting
of Mayor Brandon Johnson, mass shooting last weekend, 2 days ago, another
of old people,
and another 7 people were shot at a block party,
right,
on the west side,
right.
So, one, it's going to always be like these kind of conspiracy theories, like, man, is this really how we getting down, or
are they sending this out?
Sending this out, you know what I mean? It's all those things happening, but you set up the landscape to justify
absolutely
what he wants to do,
absolutely,
right? And I got to believe with the way this is moving, like you hear the conversation about him being a fascist, him being a grifter, this is something very unique that we've never witnessed. And we need to be paying attention in depthly because it's getting scary.
I think that the way it's happening is something we've never seen. How it's going from targeted group to targeted group to targeted group. And so they send ICE on national sweeps across the country. Get all them the fuck out of here. I don't care if they at school, at work. I don't care if they're at the hospital, wherever they at. Get them all the fuck out of here, right? At Home Depot, whatever.
Use that DoorDash.
Use it, right? So we get all them. Cool. Who else don't we like? Get these fucking homeless people off the street. I don't like the way it looks. Get them the fuck out of here. We got the White House right here, and then all around the White House, if you know the landscape of DC, it's vagrants all around. You know what I mean? Get them the fuck out of here too. I don't like that. And we ain't never like niggas. So y'all on deck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all on deck. And because of the nature of y'all's communities, largely by design, it's not even a stretch for me to sell this to people. Look what they doing. They shooting old ladies on the corner. We can't have that. Get them the fuck out of here. And then you get the National Guard coming down Cottage Grove or Stony Island or Madison or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, well, now we got a fucking problem.
To what end, though, is my question, right? To what end and all of this?
To the end.
Right, surely, but all of this new legislation, all these new actions are all just pieces to a larger puzzle, right? And when you start looking at one, you can move the immigrant population out very easily because they immigrants, right?
Largely unprotected.
It's easy to justify whatever behavior you want to justify, right? We, on the other hand, though, are citizens, right? And you got to think about it from the standpoint of what the white supremacist agenda is. They want this to be a white bastion, i.e. make America great again. Right. This is my country. Right. You know, the white community in Arkansas that they trying to build out. You know, the all white community. It's a few of them on the deck right now. I think one's in like Missouri, one's in Arkansas, or at least they're attempting to do this, right? So we're moving the needle back on the clock to a different time. And my main issue with all of this is that we are asleep at the wheel. Right? It's one thing to be brought over here as a slave, right? The boat ride over here, if you made it, you know what you're in for. Right. Because it's been the same shit for the boat ride. Right. Right? So you can prepare yourself for it, or however you got to prepare yourself mentally, deal with it. But when you here, it's like the frog in the boiling water, right? The frog never recognizes that the flame is getting hotter and hotter, and he just melts. Till it's too right. You know, it's just too late. So we are in the midst of the boiling water right now, and I don't know how many of us recognize the change that's taking place.
So this is that critical moment where, going back to 2015, where I was all like, put him in office. I think he's gonna bring all this shit to it, right? In terms of the system of America being what it is, and I think we're certainly seeing that. I mean, you go back to the fucking insurrection and all that, like, but the warning or the danger of that, and shout out to King Salim, who was telling me in the moment, like, yeah, Herb, I hear you on this. How much worse could it get shit? But it could get a lot worse. They could do this, they could do that. And some of these very things that King Salim was saying, you're starting to see those things happen. But my point then was like, well, we better be fucking ready. Sometimes you have to be pushed to move and do what you should be doing anyway. Sometimes you got to get so fucking uncomfortable where you just move. And am I championing that? No. But I think that we have become asleep at the wheel. We have become slowly boiled to the point where it's going to have to just be some wild shit to wake niggas up like, yo, we can't have this, right? And so when you see him specifically call out D.C., Baltimore, Oakland, he said Oakland been talked about for so long, we don't even talk about that no more. Like,
Oakland wild.
Yeah, but you're talking about black metropolises. You know what I'm saying? So you might as well just say Atlanta and Chicago and, and I thought it was interesting that I saw it on your story, pointed out that like all of these cities got black mayors. We got a black mayor. You know what I mean? So all of that comes into play. I think it's all a factor, but I don't know that it's so new that we can't see what's going on, because you go back to 9/11 and the narrative that they were able to paint around all Arabs was like, they insurgents, they terrorists, all of them. Motherfuckers on the plane looking at any turban like, what the fuck is you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was easy to sell that narrative because of the images that we saw take place on 9/11. You sell that again in a different way, and that's really the play they running again. And I don't know that it's not going to work if it goes uninterrupted. So then the question becomes, how the fuck do you interrupt such a thing? I don't know.
So that's one thing. We're talking about the National Guard in D.C.
Right.
Him mentioning the cities that he mentioned.
Right.
You have to think that that's going to become a conversation fairly soon, right? When we start thinking about it all being pieces to the puzzle, man, the Supreme Court last week or something decided to hit this case called Louisiana versus, I think it's called Calais, Calais.
Okay.
Right? So the case challenges Louisiana's congressional redistricting map, specifically focusing on District 6. The plaintiffs allege that the map, which includes a second majority black district, constitutes unconstitutional racial gerrymandering, violating the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. The map was enacted by the Louisiana legislature in response to a previous lawsuit, Robinson versus Androin. The argued prior map violated Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act by diluting minority votes. A federal court panel in this case sided with the plaintiffs, finding that the map did indeed violate the Equal Protection Clause. So this is important, right? He didn't stack the goddamn Supreme Court. The Supreme Court just on the last week decided to hit his case. This is a Supreme Court case that's about to be had. What he's really doing, though, and what's really happening is they're about to challenge the Voting Rights Act of 1965. They're about to make it so your black ass can't vote, and if you can vote, your vote doesn't have any power. So when you hear the conversation about the gerrymandering that was happening in Texas, all this shit is happening together. It's congruent, right? And if you don't understand what gerrymandering is, it's basically redrawing a district based on racial barrier lines. So you could live in a predominantly black district, but if they draw the racial barrier lines in the correct way, it could be a 60-40 black-white split, but the 40 white would have the value of the power. You know what I mean? So they would, this 40, though they're not the majority, they're damn near going to elect every representative that this whatever space has. You know what I mean?
Or they just draw that line through that majority black district to where half of y'all now go into this spot, and now it's a 70-30 white thing, and a 70-30 white thing where it used to be a 60-40 thing. Like,
absolutely,
draw that line through the middle. Half of y'all blacks over there, half of y'all blacks over here, and now y'all don't get it.
And they talked about it like, because it was happening, they tried to pull it in Texas. They're still trying to pull it. It's not done in Texas, but they did the shit in North Carolina already. You know what I mean? They did in North Carolina. It's happening in Chicago right now as we speak too, just from a different lens, right? We got 77 neighborhoods, however many wards that is. I don't know the breakdown,
right.
But the Hispanics just got 2 new ones, right? And it's a power conversation, but those 2 new ones impede on blackness. Think about me being in Bronzeville. For the duration of my stay in Bronzeville, I was in the 4th ward. My last 2 years in Bronzeville, I'm now in the 21st, which shares with Inglewood. If you know how Inglewood has been kind of diluted or gentrified, there's a whole huge Hispanic population in Inglewood now. You know what I mean? So you start thinking about the voting, the effects of the votes in that community is going to change drastically and rapidly. But I know people who not here don't have context, but it's no logical reason why me being on the lake would be sharing a ward with
Ashland.
Far west is Inglewood. You know what I mean? It's on the whole other side of the city in relationship to where we are. Right? But that's how you shape shift power. So when the Supreme Court decided to hit its case, it's the writing's on the wall. They're about to challenge the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So you think about the National Guard coming. You think about the Voting Rights Act. We're stripping all of your legal power now. What the fuck you gonna do about it?
I don't know, man. Like it's gonna have to be a day where the people just rise up and like that's no, because you're destroying our very livelihood as we know it. And I don't know no peaceful way around that. Like, does it get worse before it gets better? Probably. But I think either you're willing to put some skin in the game to actually change the shit, or you like, fuck it. Either way, they okay. What you definitely don't want to see, I'm not sitting here being ignorant, is you don't want to have a fucking civil war. Right? You don't want that. You don't want the citizens going to war with the National Guard or the military or none of that shit. But I don't know where it goes. So you start to see videos, a video of some dude driving around in the truck, hanging a black man off the back of the truck with all these, racist group signs and writings on the side of this truck and all that. And it's literally a doll of a black man hanging on the back of the truck, just driving around. It's like, well, he has to die then. So I brought up the conversation about the shooting on 43rd Street on purpose. Because it's not that the shooting took place that alarmed me. Shit happens. Sure.
What alarms me is my response and the response of the people around me. Right? So here's this imminent danger and here's our responses. In my mind, again, it's cohesive with what's happening nationally. Right? Here's these imminent dangers and what are our responses, right? So even in context of you saying, hey, I'm going to bring the National Guard to D.C. My mindset says, when does the National Guard say, wait a minute, we're the people that he's speaking about? Or do you even have reference point to that? So I just pulled up the numbers, and I know it's not only a racial conversation, but I looked up the racial ethnic makeup of the National Guard of America, right? And it says the National Guard racial and ethnic makeup is predominantly white, with the majority group making up the remaining portion. Specifically, in 2022, 72.9% of selected reserve members, which include the National Guard, identified as white, while 27% identified as the racial minority group, according to the USNI News. Now,
it's consistent with the American population.
Sure, right? But then, if you're part of the National Guard, you're probably poor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I get it,
right.
But it's how you get the Nazis to do the shit they did.
I agree, but it's like, when does the play stop working, right? When do we wake up? And this is the same conversation I'm having about my own behavior on 43rd Street.
Yeah,
like enough is a fucking enough.
But it's simple, like mob mentality. It's also wanting to play on the winning side. If they're gonna do that shit anyway, I'd rather be over here with them than the people they beating their ass. You know what I'm saying? Mob mentality is like that. You get people doing things that individually they would never ever do, but as a part of the mob, they would all that. And you see that play out whether it's a big street fight in the park or it's motherfucking genocide. You see that play out. So I don't see the National Guard waking up one day like, nah, we not gonna do this to us. It's our people. No, it's not our people. That's them, right? Wire quote, loading. The major told his sergeant, he said, man, listen, this drug war, this ain't policing, man. He said, you run around, call something a war long enough, pretty soon you got everybody running around acting like warriors. He said, and when you at war, you need a fucking enemy. And pretty soon, this whole police district that you're supposed to be policing, that's just occupied territory. Mm-hmm. And you treat them people like that. And we ain't that fucking different.
Our whole lives has been lived like that.
Yeah.
That's just the existence of blackness, right? Yeah. To the point, there's another video I posted today. It was a Hispanic dude. And you said, watch this guy's thought process change in real time. Mm-hmm. So all these videos of him, bigging Trump up. When Trump gets elected, or Kamala's this, and I'm not even a Kamala fan. That's not the argument I'm making. Mm-hmm. But just going through this process with this Hispanic dude, right? And let's say they have 5 videos of him.
You not a Kamala fan?
Kamala.
Oh, okay, my bad.
For like the first 5 videos is him kind of praising Trump or whatever, right? Then the following 5 videos are his account of the Trump presidency after he's been elected.
Okay.
And one of the statements he made in one of those 5 following videos was so interesting to me. He was like, man, I can't believe they're just grabbing good people off the street and just shipping them off the countries, and it's like it's just lawless. He's scared.
Yeah.
Right? He said, I'm at my daughter's school, and they asked us, we was trying to sign our daughter out after school, and they asked us to sign her name and sign your name to the sheet of paper. He was like, well, why I ain't never had to do this, why I got to do this now? Right. And they said, well, we're just trying to see if you're a migrant worker. And he said, I am a migrant worker. And he said, because of the trajectory was happening around, he was like, man, I didn't want to sign it, I'm scared. He says, man, I used to hear black people talk about stuff like this all the time, mm-hmm. and I never believed them. Mm-hmm. I thought they were overdoing mm-hmm. it. How could you possibly just be getting pulled over because you're black, right?
I've had that conversation.
So it's to the point you said, though, right? When you call it a war long enough, this is just occupied territory, mm-hmm. and you internally pick a side, right? So in that vein, you're right. I don't expect the National Guard to say, wait a minute. They talking about me. I don't expect the police to say, wait a minute, they talking about me. But also, one of the beauties of the history of being black, mm-hmm. to Booby's point, mm-hmm. this is a political declaration. Mm-hmm. And the political declaration of blackness was always in opposition of whiteness. Mm-hmm. What I've recognized in the last 3 generations of black people born in the Americas,
yeah.
we don't identify with the political declaration of blackness.
No.
Right?
Right.
So when the rubber hits the road, how do you respond?
It's the most simple thing. Anytime there's a competition, the very first thing you must do is identify the competitors. It's the very first thing you have to do. What fucking color jersey do you have on? Even you go back to like grammar school, high school days, it was skins and shirts. You niggas take off your shirts, or you niggas take off your shirts, just so we can know who's on whose team.
Who's who.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to identify that. And in a place where people aren't identifying as teammates, who the fuck are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just look, and it's worse because you look like me. Mm-hmm. Like, that makes it worse. Mm-hmm. It's
you are the same occupying force. You the police. You the National Guard. You the little dudes who shot up the nurse home.
But you look like me.
But you look like me.
So I'm walking around like, I think I might pass you the ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then you gonna score on the other rim.
That's dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
Very dangerous, man.
It's very dangerous.
We're living in very interesting times, man. And I'm glad you brought up the Celine quote, because I remember when he said that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it does ring true. You know what I mean? And be clear, this ain't the end. I'm not one of those fatalist kind of people.
No, but it's real, though.
But it is a transitional period.
It is a fucking moment.
In that transitional period, even if you think about the Sankofa, right? It rises from the ashes, right? Mm-hmm. But you must first experience the ashes. Mm. You know what I mean? Mm. And I'm a parent, and I'm thinking about it from the standpoint of being a parent.
Yeah, man.
Right? I might see the immediate effects of the ashes, but I'm not going to live long enough to live through the duration of how long the ashes last, but my children will.
I was having a conversation with a friend earlier, and she was like, yeah, I'm due to have my baby in November. I'm like, wow, that's what's up. You know, congratulations type shit. And she's like, yeah, you know, somebody gotta like repopulate this place on some positivity shit. I'm like, I'm glad it's you or your husband. Y'all do that. In my mind, though, I'm like, I don't know that I would want to bring a kid in here right now.
Man, back to the political declaration. I don't even know the sister.
Right.
But even to think that's the time you in, you wrong.
Mm.
Right? We celebrated Nyla going to college the other day. I got a lot of other friends that's kids going to college. Man, that's the old playbook. I respect it. I'm happy for them kids. But is that the playbook we need to be training them for what's coming? Because what's coming is coming rapidly. Right?
Yeah.
Black women have lost more jobs in the last 2 months than ever. We got the lowest employment rate since COVID. Recent college grads have the lowest recent college graduate employment rate in the history of college graduates. All this is happening every week is a new number.
Right now.
Right? He just got outed for lying about employment statistics. He said it was 170,000 new jobs, which is we know is bullshit. But the outing number was 17,000.
Right.
You added a zero, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? And then fired the motherfucker for telling the truth.
Right. Right.
Right? Like this shit is different. Right? And in this moment in time, like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Ain't always just, although it's part of it, right? You got to bear arms. That's part of that shit.
You do.
Right? But the
you
other part
know how
of
to
that
do
shit is like, how do you sustain? Right? How do you survive? Right? Is growing food important? Is learning how to manage the daycare? You know what I mean? It's all those things that become way more valuable than trying to get on an IBM, not IBM, but Apple, or, you know what I mean? Because the reality of your life gets very different when you're hunted in the streets.
Homeschooling, farming, self-defense, all that shit becomes imperative. But I think he's setting, like, what Trump is so wild, like he's setting up a play to, like, first of all, if you just stick with the current laws, then this is his last term, right? So I'm going crazy. These whole 4 years, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. It's what I wanted Barack Obama to do in his second term, to be honest with you.
But he would have did what Trump did because he's the same guy, and that's what I fucking mean.
Right.
I'm not saying he would have did it in the same manner, but that's the problem.
What jersey he got on? Right.
What jersey you got on?
Right. But I think Trump is even going to the point of he's going to create such a state of chaos to where he's going to try it and then enact a law that says we cannot change presidents in the middle of this dysfunction. We got National Guards out in every city. We're on the verge of civil war. We got this, that, and the third going on. We can't change leadership right now. And I think with the fucking pull and power that he got in the Supreme Court, might be able to sell that shit.
He's selling it now. He's selling. The man is renovating the goddamn White House to look like the Taj Mahal, right? While bringing in the National Guard to evacuate homelessness.
Yeah, man.
I'm putting up gold
ceilings and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is we talking about?
Listen, man, it's so wild. Look who we talking about. This is the nigga who stood at the hotel counter and waved at Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, right? This is the nigga who every other rapper from the mid-'90s to the early 2000s put his name in a rap song. This is the motherfucker who started a TV show called The Apprentice, hyper accentuating this idea that he's some major boss and some hugely successful businessman when that was never the case.
And they ain't never been a mogul.
Right?
A baron.
He's the character arc of this motherfucker is wild as hell.
It is.
Wild.
It is, man. The man challenged the Smithsonian and forced their ass to take out his impeachment because the Smithsonian keeps track of the history of our presidents. He said, man, take that shit out of it. And they took it out. Right? They got a campaign right now to bring back all those statues that went down during the Black Lives Matter, George Floyd movement, where they took all these statues down. Now, I'm quoting myself in the sense I said I don't want them statues to go down.
Right, me neither.
Right, I think it's important that America always
tell the truth,
remembers its history.
Yeah.
Right, but when they bring them back, it's not bringing them back in remembrance. It's bringing them back because we heralded
in celebration.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So we're in a very interesting time, man. Like, and I'm imploring all black voices to speak truth to power.
Yeah,
this ain't the moment in time to be worried about. You know, is this gonna fuck up my algorithm? This ain't the moment in time to be worried about is my capital. Your capital don't matter. They're letting you know
it's fucked.
Your money don't mean shit.
It's fucked.
This man has made damn near $1 billion a month for his family. Elon Musk made $400 billion within the first 40 days of his presidency. Whatever money you got, it ain't money. It don't compare.
It's not a thing.
You can't save yourself. You can't buy your way out of it.
No.
right? This shit is getting real. Like Salim put a post up today, like, man, the implicit civil war is about to become the explicit civil war, right? We laugh and we joke and we call Salim Forrest Gump because Salim has been in every major entity of black life since he's been alive, and Salim is
in some way or another he's been associated.
7 years old.
Yes, he might be.
So he knows everybody from Malcolm to Martin to Harriet Tubman. He knows them.
He's been there.
He's been there.
It's so crazy.
He escaped with Harriet, actually.
It's so crazy, dog. Like when we first started calling him Black Forrest Gump, people were like, why the fuck would y'all call Salim Forrest Gump? I'm like, nigga, Forrest Gump was in every historical moment that ever happened in his lifetime, and so was King Salim. In some way or another.
But for King Salim to say the thing he's saying.
Yeah, he knows.
Right? He's got wisdom and understanding around this kind of behavior. And he's lived some of that life. You know what I mean? We laugh and joke, say 200 something, but he's definitely in his 80s.
I don't know. Joe Louis is 137 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's I don't know, man. It's a very real thing.
It's getting weird, B.
It's getting weird.
It's getting weird.
It is getting weird out here. And like, even me, I started the show talking about fucking Cameron and Omar Gooding, junior or not junior. But it's like.
But it's also the show, right?
Right.
It's intellectual thuggery, right? The tagline is we had a motherfucker so the ignorant niggas heels like the Lauryn Hill song.
Right.
We can't even have the high level conversation without trapping you with some funny, lowbrow shit.
Have to.
Right? But that's part of the problem. We ain't in a lowbrow moment. No. You got to be thinking and you got to be prepared.
Is there any space for recreation in these times? Can you have fun?
Man, I challenge what fun is anyway. I'm not mad at fun. I ain't never mad at fun.
Yeah, you are mad at. You're the fun police.
It's how we view fun.
You the fun police.
Right? It's how we view fun. Think about it like this, right? As much guns as in our communities. Niggas don't know how to shoot. No. Right? But we got whole communities that go have fun as a family shooting guns. Yeah. Where they learning the fucking skill. Yeah. It's all context and perspective. Right? I told you when I was living in Iowa, the deer overpopulated at a certain time of season. Right? And they make it open season on deer within the city limits. Yeah. You just can't use a gun. So what you see is arrows. 10 and 12-year-old kids walking to school with fucking bow and arrows. Yeah. They're trained in the art of murder. Yeah. They do this. And that's fun to them.
It's a good time.
You know what I'm saying?
Same thing they do down in Louisiana and surrounding areas for the gators. It's a 1 month season where you can kill all the fucking gators you can, because if we don't, they will overpopulate and they're gonna be on the sidewalk killing motherfuckers.
Right. But outside of just fun, think of all the life lessons you get from that. You hunt. You know how to skin them. You know how to cook them. You know how to eat them.
You tough. Hard work. All of it.
All of it. There's lessons to come out of there, right? So yeah, the fun of going to stare at girls and down in shots of Quavo. No, fuck all that. Yeah. Ain't no value coming out of that.
What me and P gonna do, man?
Well, I don't know, man. Figure it out, goddammit. I'm getting me a boy arrow.
That's what I'm finna do.
That's what I'm finna do for sure.
You definitely need skills, man. You gotta have certain skills. You gotta be weapon aware. Like you know what I mean? Like you gotta have some proficiency in how to use these weapons, how to put them together, how to take them apart, all that. Like you gotta be able to.
You gotta know how to cook. You gotta know how to grow. You gotta know how to survive.
Too. I went out to Indiana to my brother's crib. We went shooting, and he had a gun. This gun I hadn't seen, and so he like, man, shoot this motherfucker, all right? So I shoot it, and we at the range, so we shooting at the little paper man and shit, and we put it however far off we put it, and I'm lighting this motherfucker up. I'll show you the video one day, but my brother like, damn, nigga, like, you can shoot like that? Like, yeah, I can shoot like that. Like, put the bullet through the same hole I just put the bullet in type shit. Like, he like, damn, you gotta be able to do certain shit, bro. Like, you have to.
Even we talked about shooting. It's a dude on Instagram called the Hood Fisherman. Mm-hmm. I don't even eat fish. Mm-hmm. I hate fish, right? But I be studying this shit out this little boy, right? Because fish is abundant, motherfucker.
You can get those.
You know what I mean? Yeah. This man be fishing with Skittles. Nigga, how would I know that?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I bet you that little dye come off the skittle and
he got all
the fish
kind
come
of
get
strategies.
to it.
But my point is, I learned how to skin a fish. I learned how to catch. I don't even eat it, but if it comes down to it,
you gotta eat.
I'm going to survive it.
You gotta eat, man.
Yeah.
All that stuff matters, man. I was thinking about, because it's summertime in Chicago, the Mississippi watermelon trucks be up here. So I got my couple watermelons. I'm like, man, I should plant some of these fucking seeds. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you could just eat watermelon, but I don't really know how though. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get with people that know how. Like shout out to like Ramey and like just other people I know that's like really, really good at gardening and growing shit. Like you got to be able to do that kind of stuff. I think it's required of the times right now that we in, man.
I saw Ramey's crazy bud the other day.
Yeah.
Shout out to Beasley, man. We was out at the Beasley reunion.
Shout out to the Beasley Bees, man.
Yeah, so me, Ramey, Jean.
Oh, that's what y'all was at? I did see a picture. I ain't know what y'all was doing.
We was all hanging out, man. It was a good time, man. But yeah, man, as far as that Trump thing goes, it's not just a Trump thing, it's an American thing. But racism is showing its head again, and in the most blatant ways that we can imagine. And again, right, like I said, you got the National Guard they're in D.C., right? The fact that he blew the dog whistle for all those other black-led cities,
right?
You could almost imagine that they're gonna come to them cities, and if you do the data on all those cities, crime is down in all of them.
Yeah.
Right. So you can't justify it through the numbers, but there's a different play at hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
You look at the writing on the wall of how many black women have lost their jobs, and if black
in
women,
the government sector,
when you start thinking about economics and black women's value to the black community, the destabilization of the black woman destabilizes our community immediately.
Yeah, I mean, the arc of I would say systemically putting women in that financial place of the black community left the community a whole vulnerable, right?
Absolutely.
And I don't even mean on the financial side. Like women can make money and handle it, but I mean the position that it then puts men in on the social side of the community and the lack of value there. It leaves the community vulnerable than a motherfucker.
Yeah, I make that argument all the time. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Right. But that's one level of destabilization.
Right.
You knock down that mother figure and that economic, the whole thing collapses.
Whole another issue.
It collapses.
Whole another issue. I do got to shout you out though, man, because you've been making the point on the show for years that black people are only employed at like a 2% clip in the private sector. We almost
if that.
Right. We all basically employed in the public sector, government jobs, school. Police, CTA,
jobs,
mail carriers, and then just in these government roles, you go out to D.C., a lot of black women employed in these government entities, and then they like, yeah, we ain't fucking with
it. That 300,000 number of layoffs ain't D.C. That's nationally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is the mail carrier.
Yeah.
That is the bus driver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been fired already.
Yeah.
Right? Again, back to how media works. We hear it, and it's happening in D.C. You think that's D.C. That's D.C.'s problem. No, this is the black community's problem.
But you're right, because it's the same everywhere. I mean, D.C. is known as Chocolate City, G. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're going to do that in D.C., a place that has a level of sovereignty, right? It's not a state. You know what I mean? It's kind of its own thing.
It's a district.
Right. It's its own thing. They don't have like state prisons, or they don't have like state like a government. Like that's not what they do. They own shit. So for him to be like, yeah, you motherfuckers, I'm gonna bring the National Guard here, is like strong signs. What was this red run dress shit you was talking about?
Oh man, I saw this on social media. It bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
It's New Orleans.
I love New Orleans. I ain't gonna front.
I hate New Orleans.
You do?
And my family from New Orleans. I don't like Vegas. I don't like New Orleans. And New Orleans to me is just down south Vegas.
Nah, son.
It is. It's down south Vegas. That's what New Orleans is.
If you stay on Canal Street or go up in the quarter, but that ain't all of New Orleans.
That's what New Orleans is.
All right, go ahead.
Right? And let me not say I hate New Orleans, but I don't like it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But they had something called the Red Dress Day or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Red Dress Run?
Red Dress Run. I don't know if it was for charity or what, but it was all black men.
Oh my God, I didn't know that's what this was.
And red dresses.
Okay.
It's all over the internet.
All right.
So some dude, you can see a text message between him and his old lady, like, yeah, man, I forgot to tell you I had to run to New Orleans. And she's like, oh, what you running to New Orleans for?
To run in the red dress.
He was like, man, I'm going to send you a picture, man. Me and my boys came out here for a party. So he sent the picture. She was like, what kind of
shit is this?
What kind of, you know what I'm saying, agency act is this? You know what I mean? And she was like, stay there. Don't come back.
Right, don't come back.
And I don't blame her.
You gotta stay there. That's a perfect song to play at the time too. What's going on?
Yeah. Why are we so eager to be feminine? G might have been like 300 people on the street, men, all black. Red dress run. All black. They got on skirts, they got on long dresses, they got on what they call the summer dresses, all of them hot red.
Sundresses?
It's too much. What's wrong with them?
That's insane, Joe.
What's wrong? Why do we want to be women so bad?
I don't know.
I'm going to tell you, G, when we were younger, my sister, when she first went to college, she had a thing for Kappas.
Yeah.
Right? It's funny they wear red. But anyway, my daddy used to tell her all the time. My father used to tell her all the time. He said, baby, don't you ever like nobody that think he cuter than you.
Right. Right.
Right? And that message resonated with me early, like,
to this day.
As a man, this ain't your value, G. Even with my son, like women in my family be like, you so cute. No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not.
Right.
That's not even something they aspire to.
No.
That's not something they
being
aspire
cute.
To. Yeah, we ain't being cute, bro.
Nah, we're not being cute out here.
Yeah.
It's insane, but I don't know why. I saw this young man and a young woman walking down the street yesterday, or the other day, I don't know. And the young man was clearly a member of the gay agency.
The gay agency.
Right? And I say clearly because of the way he was walking. And so I'm looking at him walk, and he's walking right next to a young woman. And I said, she don't even walk like that, G. Like, how you out walking her? Like, she's not even walking like that, G. Why do you walk like that? It's like, bro, do whatever you want to do, G. Love whoever you want to love. Sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. Why do you walk like that?
You take it in the ass. That's what I want to say.
But look, we laughing, y'all.
He is crazy.
He might be right. I don't know.
Right.
But look, we laughing. Shahrazad Ali said a long time ago, and people hear these statements out of my mouth because we live in such a delicate, sensitive time.
Sure.
You say something one way or the other, you usually brand it as this kind of person.
Sure.
But Shahrazad Ali said that was a mental illness, right? And she wasn't even talking about the sexual,
right? Just being homosexual, right?
Of being homosexual. She was talking about the gender identity construct,
right?
Right. And she brought forth an idea where she compared the what would be considered a YN today,
sure,
right, and how they maneuver, dress, speak, all the behavior sets that are attached to I am a criminal, right, and then she juxtaposed it to what some of the biggest criminals in the world look like, and they don't dress, perform, look like a YN would look. They wear suits and ties.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So as she
running the country, shit.
Right, and she compared it to a mental illness, right? So you pick up these behavior traits to emulate an idea that's not even a real idea.
Not even the real, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same thing with a agency member, right? Whether you a male or a woman, right? Just because you like girls don't mean you got to perform and act like a man with the man behavior sets.
Right.
Men clothing, men hair. You don't have to, align yourself with none of those ideas. As a man, even if you like other men, you don't have to, the pitch in your tone don't got to change.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's something very different. That's not natural.
That's to me, that's not about you being attracted to men.
Nothing to do
I know a lot of gay men. You joke with me all the time because I'm affiliated with the gay agency like a mug. I be kicking.
Agency adjacent.
Whatever. Yep. a lot of friends we be kicking it. Right? And it don't whatever. You know what I'm saying? It don't move me one way or the other. But the overwhelming majority of them, they men. They men. They like other men. whatever. Some of them can dance their ass off. You know what I'm saying? Some of them like do hair or some shit, but you still hearing a grown ass man talk to you. Like it's not some weird shit going. It's like, why do y'all have to behave that way, G? I don't get it, man.
Harvard at least said mental illness, man. But it just blew me, man. It just blew me. But on that same vein, I want to lead us to one of the things we talked about in context to the Trump thing, and they bringing back those historical monuments and statues.
Yeah.
Right? And they was talking about in celebration of our history.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to let go of our history. You think about the Army, Navy, all that type of stuff. They got ships. They got tanks. They name them after historic figures.
Right.
The two names he's not bringing back, or at least the one that he's not bringing back thus far, and there are other names on the list.
Mm-hmm.
Harvey Milk was a San Franciscan heralded gay politician.
Okay.
They had a boat named after Harvey Milk.
Okay.
Got rid of that shit. So it's only the history that we want to acknowledge. And Harvey Milk was a white man.
Yeah.
But we ain't honoring that gay shit. Right? They got like a Harriet Tubman, SS Harriet Tubman. That shit's out of there.
Nah, get that out.
So it's only specific history.
That'd be a good name of a submarine, though.
That we want to bring back. What?
The SS Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Like underwater, like deep underwater submarine type joint. Yeah. That'd be fire.
Yeah, but either way, it ain't coming back. Fuck all that. Fuck your history.
Yeah.
It's this kind of Anglo history.
We're gonna make it what we want to make it.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting, even how they selling these concepts.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that fascist conversation is a real conversation, man. And to Celine's point, man, civil war could really be a thing, and it's not like there's a level of
we aren't prepared for it. Let's be clear.
There's a level of ingrained hate that a certain demographic carries that just beyond my scope of understanding. Even when I said the Hispanic guy who had the, you watch the trajectory of him going from this Trump supporter to saying, wait, what the fuck? In his last 5 videos of questioning why he made this decision, some of his thoughts and ideas around blackness was just blowing my fucking mind.
Still like crazy, like damn.
Like, yeah, and you think you empathizing with it, but it still was like, God damn, what? It's some wild shit.
Hey, every time I see like some of these like overtly like over the top racist videos or memes or whatever, I just put the American flag in there. Like, this is America. This is what it is. This is what it was founded on. This is what it has existed as. And here's the truth in your face. And it's ugly. It's ugly. But it is what it is. And some people talk about, the devil, right? And we could have stuck with that. It didn't have to get to this level. Maybe that's right. But for me, it's always been so fucked. I wanted to change come hell or high water, and Trump is hell and the high water. Shout out to Olivia Pope Daddy.
The American populace is hell and high water. Trump is just a dog whistle himself.
Agreed.
You know what I mean?
Agreed.
And he's a grifter. He's going to go with whatever side is rocking with him.
But somebody got to blow the air in that whistle, G.
Surely. But when hip-hop was blowing the air in that whistle, he was all black. He goes to whatever side he can win on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even matter to him. It's just a very selfish...
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
Right, I don't give a fuck. It's about me, right? But in process of being about him and his personal pocket and all that, people are dying.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It just is what it is, right? There's, like, conversations don't always hit the news, right? You don't know about the racial animus in Oklahoma, or we could hear about the 5 people that got shot at the old folks' home, but how many people in Chicago get shot every day?
Right.
And the reasonings behind it.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you get to some of these enclaves or smaller towns, it's probably shit
Some
already
shit going
happening.
on. Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's probably shit already happening. So it's a real interesting time. Like I said, man, it's hard to really even fathom how far this shit really can go.
Oh, it can go all the way. Prepare yourselves, educate yourselves, and prepare yourselves in whatever area, works well for you. If that's the defense, if that's the agriculture, if that's the education, if that's the, whatever. Prepare yourself, educate yourself, and prepare yourself. We are prepared to bounce. Shout out to all the official Dirtbags, man, for rocking with us, man. Greatly appreciated. I saw some day one names come back when they were sending in the contributions on your birthday, man. I saw the Tiger Lilies names come back. I said, look, these some day ones have been rocking, man. I feel like we should do a live show one day just on some throwback shit, and definitely put together some events for the Dirtbags. Just kick it and just get around each other and vibe a little bit, man. It's definitely it's definitely a thing. It's definitely
Man, them people
a
still got.
club.
I think the audience is growing. I think we just don't have as much. We don't have as much access to seeing.
Yeah, the direct interaction.
Yeah, the direct interaction.
Which is what I'm saying. Right? We gotta get the club back rocking in a way that feels more connected. A town hall, E. Yeah, let's get let's
Yeah, we
let's
need to do a
let's.
town hall and also schedule a live recording.
Yeah, let's do that. Shout out to the Dirtbags. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We have to go. Again, shout out to all of the students going off to school, man. Safe travels if you're traveling, and best of luck, man. Do y'all thing down there. Um, Shout out to P for doing all of the hard work behind the scenes. And P has been doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes, man. Y'all gonna start to see a lot of different little touches to what's going on and different shit happening in the studio and the just the look of all this shit, man. Shout out to P doing a lot of hard work behind the scenes. Shout out to E4O, man. She's selling a lot of ice cream, whether she likes it or not. Pull up to Foster Beach before the summer is over. Lily pads on the beach at Foster Beach. Make sure you pull up. Make sure you cop a lot of the ice cream snowballs and the glizzies because E loves to make those for y'all. So pull up to Lily Pad on the beach, Foster Beach. That's 2. I'm Herb. Y'all be good to each other. Peace.
Assalamu alaikum.